Alright, now Caesar has got to figure out how to attack me. And it's a little bit risky because I do have more pikes, though the wagons can make excellent body blocks. With Ragna's positioning, I can hit the Treb with Ragna, and I can also hit the Treb with the Golem under certain circumstances. I have to have a clear path, and they could make that path very, very muddy for me. Additionally, if a number of my units are weak and Caesar's still in the area, I could kill Caesar with suicide units. But that's probably not going to happen. We'll see how this goes, though. The point is to save this village, is to prevent the trebuchet from just owning my village. Realistically, since it's not a crit, the Treb won't one-shot the village, but it'll be bad enough. And I can't leave it there. Every turn I leave it there, it becomes more entrenched. Now, if Caesar gets Groove, that Groove could be used to kill me. Though if I get Groove, I could use it to finish off their troops. And I won't get Groove first. And that's really what this Caesar versus Ragna match comes down to. Can Caesar do more damage with its Groove before Ragna gets Groove, so that Ragna's Groove doesn't really matter, so that I can't go in with Ragna. It's too risky, or I don't have enough troops to follow up. They're all dead because Caesar killed them with its Groove, right? That's what this matchup really comes down to, and that's why Caesar is top tier. Interesting. Interesting choice. Yeah, that wasn't going to work, though. Good damage. Great damage. Good use of wagons. Even better use of wagons is to block my... Yeah. Alright, now I gotta think about this very carefully. Because of that wall, yeah, my Golem can't hit the Treb. Ragna can. Ragna can hit the Treb. Ragna's dead if Ragna tries to hit the Treb. No, actually, even Ragna can't hit the Treb. Look at this beautiful, perfect wall. Is there nothing I can do? I think there's nothing I can do. Not really. Well, I could more or less neuter that alchemist, but that's about it. Okay. So now I'm in a very weird situation. But at least Ragna can finally do some fighting. I've got to try to... Revenge kill... Alright, we can take this out. It's just not enough. I want to focus on maximum damage, so that's what we're going to do. Maximum damage. I send you to heal. But I need you for the crit, so you'll go up here. You'll crit that one, hopefully take it out. Yay. Okay. Now here's where things get dicey.
Alright, so by deciding to attack Caesar with Ragna, Ragna can be opened on the top to a lethal attempt. So I wanted to put the Golem there so it can't be killed to protect Ragna's top side.
Pretty even so far. My Alchemist is probably dead, but it will cost them to do it. And thanks to my Loon, which I still maybe regret building. At the very least, I can... You're going back in the Loon next turn. Okay. Get my guys over there a little faster, and I'm just going to spam Knights. Alright, not bad. I don't think Ragna can die from this. They don't have enough ways to attack Ragna. Their troops are really low. Ragna got to attack. Caesar will get Groove first, but not this turn. And I think I have the advantage in aggression here. If they go for my Golem, I can probably get to the Treb. If they don't go for my Golem, I have to back off. I'm missing a build, but again, Knight tempo, very worth it. Very, very worth it. And we'll get to the front soon. I let this Alchemist live, even though it's another body, because it'll have to back off. That 1% is not going to threaten me. It can heal for 300 gold, and I can't stop that because I didn't take it out, but I calculated that losing the hit on another unit was less worth it. Also, I did lose my wagon. That's something of a concern. So these very weak pikes can only really set up crits for the stronger pikes, and there are 2 of them. But if they stay there, they'll get wiped out in the next few turns. Caesar's low and has to back off unless they can wall successfully. These units will crash around the same time these units will. My knights are countered by all the pikes, but so are theirs. I may have a few too many swords, but that's okay because they synergize well with Ragna. All in all, not bad. I think we may have made the right choice to attack into that, to force them to back off. I would have liked to have had like an archer or something to pick apart that line, but it was a very good wall. Notice what we're doing with our commanders. We always make sure our commanders have body blocks. Like, I can't kill that wagon and hit Caesar from the right. I wasn't going to be able to kill this pike and then get to Caesar, given our positioning. There was no way to eat through that wall because I couldn't one-shot the things that were in the walls, and I didn't have more than one side to attack them from, right? Also, the Treb is never going for the Golem. It's always going for my pikes. It's an interesting strategy. They want to try to reduce my pikes because really that's what I'm attacking with. And it's pretty smart. It's giving them the pike advantage. They will have the pike advantage. Now I have to attack their pikes. I can't really hit anything else or I'll get swarmed by the pikes. Look, I had way more pikes, and now look at the pike count. Not counting the incoming ones on either side, we've got 1, 2, 3 into 1, 2, 3, 4, and they still can attack me with this one. Oof. And they also chose not to finish off my alchemist. In their case, that might have been a mistake. They could have done it with this really low one there. But they need that guy to block for this now. It doesn't matter, they can't block it. Either Ragna or the Golem will hit it, no question. Depends on where this wagon goes. Okay, probably timeout there. I want Ragna Groove, and Caesar won't get Groove next turn. He can attack me, preventing my Groove, but I kind of don't care. We're going in. Nice. Okay, we weren't able to finish it off because it was on planes, but pretty damn good. Because we've got to decide how to do this. What to attack, all that nonsense. Alright, you're not going to get a lot of heals from this. And I'm more or less picturing the formation that's about to occur. I'm going to send my Elk back, and like them, not heal it, because it's got a lot of use as a healer itself. In fact, I probably want to put it here and heal these guys. It's not worth it from a gold perspective, but I want the tempo. Okay, now going to send you back for some healing here. And we'll actually not use crits. Hopes of taking him out, and we did. Good. Now we'll... out of range. Yes! Good. Good. Just get these guys to the front lines. You're a little further off, but I will live with that. I'm running out of time. Night comes in. Okay. And we're going to need another pike for all those horsies. And again, I don't want to miss a build, and the swords will be useful with Ragna. Cool. That's, I think, literally everything we can do. Now, the Elk can only heal the Treb a little bit. That village is too spent from healing Caesar. It's unlikely they are going to do anything to a Golem on a forest. So that is the power of the Golem right there. That is the power of Golem into Trebuchet. And since Trebuchet is getting nerfed in the next patch, the Golem will be even more powerful. Great Archer, great Alchemist heal. He was doing something similar. That was the only way to heal the Treb, but it's still too low, and if it stands there, it's going down. However, the main use of that were these pikes. Again, we're still having a pike fight. Whoever has the most pikes wins. That's why I'm just shoving units into here as quickly as possible. I want to try to take them out, stop them, you know? Now, if we look at Ragna and Caesar, Caesar almost has Groove, Ragna almost has Groove. If he chooses to attack Ragna with Caesar, I will have Groove not my upcoming turn, but the turn after that. There's definitely a lot of ways he can finish off my remaining pikes, and then I have to use knights and swords into pikes to finish. Ooh, he's backing off a little bit. Interesting. Well, you can still do it. You can still attack. Might choose to back off, and that's probably smart. I mean, he's pretty much equalized the pike situation. The horses are a little bit of a counter for my golem. Not really, but a little bit. If he keeps pike control, he's alright. If he goes into me, he could lose it, because I've got all this. And swords can take out weakened pikes. Yeah, I think that was a misstep. You could have done that with crits. I guess he wanted that one to be the crit and then keep these two weak. Understandable. They can't really do anything like they are right now, but they can still set up crits for like that one, and I can still use the Alchemist to heal that one. So I'm going to have to figure out how this attack is going to work, because I really don't want to screw it up. Really, I should not attack this Treb, but I will, probably. It depends what Caesar does. Really, I should ignore the Treb completely. Ooh. If I can hit the Treb with Ragna, I am hitting the Treb with Ragna. I don't care what you do. That's happening. Because there's no way you're going to surround me. Good shot. Good shot. Let's take a quick look at the unit count, see how we're doing. They actually have more units than I do. Arguably doing better. Ooh. Ooh. Alright. Alright. Now I'm not so sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. That Caesar Groove could kill Ragna. I need to respect it and get the hell out of dodge. Yes, I want to reinforce. A little bit extra health. Okay, so I'm going to crit Caesar with my knight and see what the damage is on this. The average is I don't kill. I'm not sure if that's worth it, especially considering where the board is right now. My units are pretty weak, and if I don't kill Caesar, then I lose the chance to kill this. But Caesar can't really heal. Probably have to back off. No, Caesar doesn't have to back off. Caesar can just use Groove to mash units into my units, win the game. It's a tough call. I'm not sure. There are a lot of options here. I think I want to back off a little bit. Your positioning is very, very good. I'm going to back off a little. No, but... Okay, here's what we'll do. I want that gone. Yeah. And then we'll do this. Yeah, because they can't reach. So I'll put this here. I'm playing a little quickly. This is not ideal by any stretch. Haha, got it. There we go. Okay. I will lose this entire line if I do this. And I can just do that instead. And Caesar now has no way to heal and has to run. And if I do lose this entire line, I can threaten a counterattack. So Caesar gets to live. Unfortunately. Oh, and this piece is now immortal, so if only I could trap Caesar with it. I'll move it like here, because that piece is immortal. Cool. And yeah, should I risk my Alk dying to kill this? It can't do anything anyway. It's 1%. I think I do this. This is the right move. Because Ragna's going to have Groove next turn, and then if they go in on me, I can Groove into them. Okay, my lack of extra wagons and the fact that I took too long is starting to come after me now, but that's okay. We got rid of their scary units. They've got some knights, though. And Caesar does have Groove. But Ragna also has Groove, so we caught up. And Caesar can't really heal. This is turning into an interesting game. I have more units now. It's their turn. Yeah, so I'm behind on units if you're keeping track. Because it's their turn, they're definitely going to be able to attack this line. My counterattack is really weak. I'm a little bit afraid, actually. even though we both have groove, and my groove is quote-unquote better because it's a slower groove, and even though I have a golem, I'm losing the war of the pikes. My pikes are also low. And without wagons, I can't reinforce them, and my opponent can abuse these wagons now to body block the heck out of me. Though I do have the immortal balloon, which they can't even attack, because no alchemist. They should probably make an alchemist. I wonder if I should have gone in on Caesar, even if the odds weren't worth it. Having one more pike would not have been nearly as much as a 40% chance to kill Caesar, right? But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. With Ragna Groove up, a knight and a golem, and an elk nearby to heal stuff, they might give me a chance to kill Caesar. What? Okay, that was potentially a big mistake.
Alright, so let me explain what just happened there. That wagon was supposed to have Caesar in it, or the wagon should have been used to block for Caesar. I have a knight, a golem, and a Ragnagroove, all of which can hit and potentially kill Caesar. Caesar doesn't have a nearby village to heal enough to survive all of that. There's really nowhere they can put Caesar that would be safe. Think of it this way, if Caesar were to go underneath the village, for example, I could groove on top of it, hit the village and Caesar, the golem could go around and hit Caesar from the right, and the knight could hit Caesar from the left after being healed by the alchemist. Caesar is rather dead, and there's no way around that. My opponent is at this point in time figuring that out, and is about to surrender. But what if that hadn't happened? What if they hadn't made that mistake? Yeah, there's the surrender. If they hadn't made that mistake, they could have wagoned Caesar away, or used wagons as body blocks to protect Caesar. I had lost the war of the pikes. On my turn, I was going to have to groove into the pikes with Ragna, and use swords and knights to finish them off. That's the reason we made all those fast units, because Ragna gets everybody really low, and then they can be finished off by things that normally don't even attack them. I think that would have given me the center, so let's say Caesar didn't make that mistake. What could they have done to survive? I would have used the wagons as body blocks. That would have bought a turn, let their pikes retreat after attacking. My units would be too low to eat through the pikes. Then they could have regrouped and taken me out. In any case, great game.